I would like to invite you to take a moment with me and just sit with me. Just relax, roll your shoulders, plant your feet firmly on the ground, close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale. Now imagine me. Imagine that your brain is all fogged up. The blackness is creeping in, and it feels like your skull is squeezing your brain outside of your body. Now open. And think about how you will be able to live a comfortable and successful life with all that going on inside your body. Have you came up with an answer yet? If not, I want to share with you how aligning my body helped me gain more brain function over the past 6 years. So, going back in 2012, I experienced a real bad silent seizure, and my granny had transitioned to it was very hard time for me. But the results from this silent seizure resulted with me being placed in a psych ward for a little over a week. And once I was released from the psych ward, I noticed that my body, it was very painful. I used to always have to do my neck, my bones felt off track. So I decided to go see a chiropractor to see what was going on. And after taking x-rays of my spine and all that jazz, I found out that my spine was severely twisted, and both my pelvis and tailbone was twisted. And so I'm thinking to myself, I've been walking around for 12 plus years after waking up from a 2-month coma, after that resulted from me being a near death-threatening car accident, that I was walking around all that time with my body, all my spine and stuff all twisted up. And another thing that I was dealing with as a result from the accident was that the whole left side of my body was paralyzed. And again, that caused me to be in a state of panic, severe anxiety, being overwhelmed, and just not understanding or knowing how I was going to be able to live a comfortable and successful life. How I was because it always been my dream to build a $1 billion business that's on a global platform, to have my own family and just to be flourishing. But it always came back to me how will I make this happen? How would this happen when it constantly feels like my body is a hindrance to me? My body is constantly giving out on me and is preventing me to be my full self. It's preventing me from living a comfortable and successful life. And it's preventing me from reaching my destiny. So from there, I was thinking about, I was in the process of starting aligning my body by working with the chiropractor. And then so I first had to learn how to trust the process. Because I used to constantly ask the chiropractor, when do you think my body will be fully aligned? I will be able to move and ride a bike. Just thinking about it, I haven't been able to ride a bike or skate in over 17 plus years. I haven't been able to do a lot of things that I used to do before my accident, and it's been very challenging on me. But back to the story. Yeah, I used to always like ask like the chiropractor when you think my body would be fully aligned, when I would be able to do all the things I want to do. Then he was telling me like in about like a year or two, and like I was getting very impatient. And then like after like 6 months, I wasn't able to continue to go to the chiropractor because I wasn't able to afford it. Because that's one of the things of being black and disabled. Like being living in poverty is one of like the biggest challenges, and that also is another stress factor that I was working to overcome. So, but that's another story for another time. So like, and one thing that I had to do to like overcome of like this of me being impatient and me wanting instant results, I had to like start celebrating my small wins, like the process, the progress that my body was slowly making that I wasn't able to do, of like just being able to breathe, just being able sometimes to have like a clear mind. Yes. And from there, I had to realize the power of destruction. There was power in destruction. There was power in me being in pain. That like, even though it feels like sometimes like it'd be like in a week, like my body feeling like fully and full, and I can move my body and I can breathe good, and then like a day or 3 days later or a week later, I can't move my body. It feeling like after waking up, like I'm gasping for air, trying to fight for my right to live, like I died in my sleep, and like all the challenges being painful for me to talk, and just understanding that it's baby steps in this, and that like before I can take a giant leap in order for me to live my best life, that I have to take these baby steps in order to help me get to my final outcome. And then I just had to learn how to be fully present in the moment, because I don't know how many times like I just like gave up. I stopped exercising, and after like a month or two I stopped exercising, and then I tried to get back in it. I had to start all over, and it was extremely like painful. And I just had to like, even though like I was very like, that was very impatient. I wanted like progress. I wanted my body to be like fully aligned. I wanted to be able to move, to do all the things as the average person, just being able to run, to ride a bicycle, to go skating, to just like jump rope, like, yeah. And I just had to like trust the process, and knowing that I had to keep going, and that with me experiencing all this pain and experiencing all this tragedy, it was helping me build character and defining who I am, and helping me like achieve my goals. And now that it's been like 6 years, like I'm able to breathe better, to talk more smoothly. I'm able to give a lot of time and energy to my business, and constantly think of new ways of how to improve, and to just like be my best self, because I am Safia HHIC, aka Fire, because I stay bringing that heat in that order. I am a mental health, trauma, and creative release advocate, and it is my mission to make being black and cool, being black and disabled, the new